Hello, Freedom Preppers. Perrin Lovett here once again for FPTV and Freedom Prepper. And yes, you're reading the title of this video correctly. It's what preppers need to know about knife control. And first of all, let me say thank you for your support. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it, especially this one, because this is a rather astounding subject matter. You know, it's not just gun control they're pushing now. That's yesterday's news. It's now moved on to hashtag knife control. I used to kind of joke about it when the gun control nuts would start up with their narrative, their rhetoric, their lies. Sometimes I would play in on certain news stories, and I'd say, well, let's have gun control, let's have knife control, and car control, truck control, van control, sandbag control, bomb control. And the natural progression, though, was the knife control. And it was a interesting, funny way to use satire to kind of get the point across about how ridiculous the gun grabbers are. But it's not a joke anymore. You see, after they get rid of the AR-15 or the AR-47, which is fully automatic, by the way, according to them, then they're going to want your 30 caliber rounds, bolt action, lever action, it doesn't matter. Then, you know, your 12 gauges, double barrel shotguns, black powder, BB guns, and then when all the guns are gone, they'll want sharp blades, sharp instruments, knives. And then who knows what they'll want next. Well, actually, we do kind of know. But this is coming to America, and it's already in the UK. You've probably seen the story. I attached it to the news site, and I'm going to put a link in below or write up an article to go with this and link it directly, maybe with a picture. The mayor of the city of London, Sadiq Khan, who is the first Muslim mayor of a major Western city, put out a tweet, and it's crazier than anything Donald Trump has ever tweeted, and it's in response to a recent wave of violent crime in London. You know, in 2018, the city of London leads New York City in terms of gun and knife murders, despite the fact that while New York City has strict gun control for an American city, London has almost complete and total gun control, and yet somehow the criminals still find ways to kill people, including stabbing and slashing them to death. So, in response to that, the mayor, Sadiq Khan, he gave us the wrath of Khan, this Khan man. He tweeted, let me see if I can remember this, "No excuses. There is never any reason to carry a knife. And if you do, we're going to come get you, and you're going to feel the full force of the law." Now, I'm not sure if this is a mayoral decree or if it's actually based on existing law. I do know that they are moving stringent knife control through Parliament right now. Knife control and caustic chemical control. They've had some acid attacks also. It's funny, they never look at who does these attacks, either with acid, knives, guns, bombs. It's the things that do the damage, not the criminals behind them. You know, I want to know what is a caustic chemical? Is brake dust cleaner caustic? You know, are we just going to have dirty brakes and inefficient stopping power in our automobiles? Maybe they're going to ban all that. I don't know. Is toothpaste a caustic chemical? How about water? Water, dihydrogen monoxide, also known as hydric acid, is a rather caustic substance. I mean, it'll eat right through granite or iron. Are they going to ban that? Because you see, when they start banning things, they never really stop. No, there's never a reason to carry a knife. That's the main takeaway. You're preppers. I mean, even if you're not a prepper, if you're watching this, you're probably halfway intelligent. There's always a reason to have a knife. I mean, whether it's, you know, a cute little bitty pen knife or something a bit larger. There's 10 million reasons. How in modern London are you going to cut a piece of chicken or a steak if not with a knife? Say you need to open an envelope in a hurry. What are you just going to wish it open? You got some string you need to cut in two. How are you going to do that? And what counts as a knife? I mean, is a little plastic spork knife from the fast food place, is that a knife? How about scissors? Scissors, that's two knives put together. I mean, you go to the barber shop and they want to trim the old neckline with a razor. Well, that's a little knife. I mean, what if you can't find a screwdriver? We've all used a knife inappropriately to fix a screw. Well, maybe not the loose screws in the mayor's office in London, but you get the point. Once these people start with the guns, then they move to the knives, crowbars, hammers, baseball bats. It never ends because it's not about weapon control. Again, they don't care about the people actually committing the crime, and it's not really about the physical items themselves, the guns, the knives, the bats. It's people control that they're pushing. And where does it go? Well, historically we know it always goes into totalitarianism. Look at Hitler, Stalin, Mao, any murderous dictator. One of the first things they do, I've pointed this out before, they disarm people because unarmed people are easier to corral, round up, and exterminate to the tune of millions and millions of people in the 20th century alone. So that's where this goes eventually. Total people control. So it's not about the guns. It's certainly not about knives. It's utterly insane. So first of all, preppers, know that this is not a joke. It's real. They're really doing this. Maybe it's not in your neighborhood, but it's going to be coming sooner or later. And they'll have a bunch of good historical reasons why it seems like a good idea. Disregard those as complete lies. Don't ever give up the guns, and certainly don't give up the knives. I mean, you know, a gun is a very effective way of defending yourself. A knife is too, at rather close range, but a knife has so many other uses. This is absolutely astounding, and I don't think Sadiq Khan has issued any kind of correction. Well, what I meant was a big dangerous hunting knife, not the butter knife. How do you put butter on toast without a knife? Insanity, pure insanity. Don't give up the knives, don't give up the guns. Matter of fact, maybe he's kind of right. Maybe there never is a reason to carry a knife. Maybe if people like that don't want you to have one, you shouldn't. You should have 2, 3, 10. Sock them away. There's always going to be a need for one. You know that. Have them ready. They're cheap. They're untraceable, and they're easier to hide. And so, anyway, I'll wrap this up. Thank you so much for the recent support. I can't even believe I had to make this video, but it screamed out to me as something that had to be addressed because it's really, really happening. And it's not just going to stay in England for long. Be aware. Come back here. Subscribe. Like the video. Working on sound and audio and quality issues all the time. We've got some big changes with the FP website and FP News. I may do a separate short video to address those. Thanks so much, guys. If nothing else, I'll see you back Friday with Prepper News Weekly. Have a great week.